Good night, good morning, good afternoon. I was afraid it's going to be too dark, but it's not. It's nighttime here. I wanted to bring up the topic of welfare. I know I've been talking about doing this vlog. We're going to be bringing, yes, we are going to be bringing a whole new vlogging team session, scenario, everything to YouTube. So stay tuned. I will keep that secret in the bag and I'll take it out later. So I want to bring up welfare because welfare sucks. Welfare sucks on many levels, but it's beneficial as a stepping stone used constructively. What do I mean? So I had to take, I'm not going to say I had to take, I taken a hardship in life. So you know, what they say, shit happens. And being newly introduced to the whole welfare process. I think welfare people look at as a systemic thing. And predominantly it is, but it's not just. You know, when you think of the welfare of things, you can think of the welfare of any being, an animal or, you know, a human being or, you know, the welfare of yourself. But typically it's used for a system. Welfare is designed, as we know, so I'm not telling you nothing we do not know, but welfare is designed to keep you in the cipher, okay? A whirlpool, from my perspective. Now, if you utilize welfare constructively, you'll get ahead. What do I mean? Utilizing welfare constructively. When you are out here paying bills, working that 9 to 5, you know, making six figures, $32,000, $45,000 a year, you know, typically things is good. Then you're like, oh, I wish I had food stamps. I wish I had Section 8. I wish I had this. I wish I had a voucher. I wish I had this. Come again? No, you don't, because I was that girl, 2 hands up, that was like, I wish, I wish, I wish. Yeah. You wish, you wish, you wish. You ask, you shall receiveth. So, no, there's nothing cool about what... The only cool thing that I can say that I absolutely enjoy 50% of the time is a voucher. You know why? Because my baby gets to go to school. My baby gets to get educated. Granted, it's the education of what they are going to teach, but she gets to go to school. The other 50% of the time, I'm over here dispersing my DNA, okay? Meaning my paperwork. Anytime they lose your paperwork, you got to come back. Anytime they lose your paperwork, your benefits get cut. Anytime they lose your paperwork, your life goes, yes, okay? And what sucks about that is that you're no longer in control. You're no longer in control. You're no longer in power of your life, your say-so, your what to do, your responsibilities. You are unable to prioritize your priorities. Why do you systematically want to put people in this suppressed welfare forum that you've created to in return cause a headache back on the system to now where we're not even getting treated equally or as a human being? Now welfare has a whole stigma. Let's elaborate on all of that. So with welfare, you show all your paperwork every 20, 30, 40, 90 days that they want you to. Then on welfare, you get resources. You get so many resources that you would never have known that's out there. That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. You got to be at your highest low. Yes, your highest low for you to receive what should have been given to you. But see, they're not going to give it to you because making what they count before taxes is sufficient. Who the hell thought of that bright ass idea? Because I would love to know a link or something on who made this decision to count gross before taxes. Like, that just doesn't make any sense if that's what the gross is, because I don't never recall it. I'm on welfare, I don't remember. it sucks. It really does. But I say use it constructively because there are the resources. There are people that's willing to help you. There is unlimited network and opportunities. And there's so many different things to know in fundings and monies that is out there that you would never know doing the right thing in life. You would never know how much free money the government has. You would never know the free resources, the free programs, the free sponsors, the free grants, the free anything doing your 9 to 5. Now, why is that? Why is that? Why do you have this pool full of free things, this pool full of free festivities for these kids, this pool full of free money and curriculums, and you don't want to give it to people that's doing right, people that's working 9 to 5s, people that's going to school, people that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. I live in a blue collar state. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't think that's fair. I think that's very unfair. I think it's very unfortunate, and I think that people, if you are on welfare by accident, not intentionally, because some people do get comfortable. They make their bed with welfare, and I'm just not one of them. But I do think that if you are on welfare, constructively use it. Utilize it for everything that you can get out of it, because it's supposed to be a stepping stone. You're supposed to, unfortunately, take that hit in life, that L, that hardship, whatever it is, receive assistance, get on your feet, and get back to your ball rolling by yourself, and you can sustain your own livelihood however you choose. Now, one of the problems is welfare. So I guess welfare is under reform, which of course they don't send you paperwork to tell you that, or notifications or any of that. But welfare is under a reform. So there's things that they should have been doing initially that they weren't doing because they're overworked, underpaid, too many caseloads, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot of people in those positions and titles that are aged and they're burnt out. Go figure. Excuse me. So it's almost like you're forced to accept shame. You're forced to be belittled. You're forced to accept a stigma. You're forced to embrace like a lower self-esteem just because of the stigma of just walking in that presence of that environment of the welfare, or just having that ID card of welfare, and it needs to be revised, So if you're on welfare and this is just temporary, make sure you execute everything that you need to while you're on it. People always say the grass isn't greener on the other side. And it's true. It's not, It might, but to each his own. It might work for others, it might not. It works for some people that's typically on welfare that's actually just stuck there. They're just stuck there. They're okay with how, I have to turn in my paperwork every 30 days. I'm okay with that. My paperwork get lost every 15 days. I'm okay with them inconveniencing my life. Some people work like that. Then there's some people that actually had to go on welfare or hit that time in life and really utilize it constructively and is better off, and fortunate people, and understand that welfare is not the way to live. And then it's not fair that the system is molded to only meet people at their highest low. I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? There's people out here struggling and striving day in and day out, that their income is equivalent to the prices that's out here for sales today to wholesale. And there's no additional help. You know what I mean? So I think that there's a lack of consideration with people that do sit on welfare. Then there's people that don't even want to be on it. But the whole welfare system is not meant, to me, help you sustain back your independence. It's not meant to help you sustain, the courage and the self-esteem to push forth. That's not what it's meant for. I like I said, never say never, but was ever on welfare to be like, oh, this is pretty cool. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's disheartening to know I can walk somewhere into a building and be like, hey, I need, sit down, have a good day, and take a number, and don't do this and don't do that. Oh, do you know your daughter's father's name, and this, that, and the other? Well, I can't find this, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to take the extra step. And you be looking at them like, I'm sorry you don't like your job, but it seems like you're a little bit burnt out. Why don't you try another profession? Oh, because ageism does exist, you can't get another job. So you're going to fuck everybody that comes into your office all the wrong way because your ass is miserable. Welcome to welfare. That's how it goes. So if you're wondering, your job is not paying you enough, or you wish that you was on welfare, no, you don't. My best advice to you is to do what you're passionate about. Whatever it is. If you got to go back to school, keep pushing, because welfare is the root to some evil. Welfare wants to push and pull. You can't push and pull at the same time. It's impossible. It's like playing tug of war by yourself. You can't do it. You get what I'm saying? So it looks good. You might think people or families having $400 or $500 in food stamps is cool. I mean, you can eat pretty good, depending on the individual, because there's some people that get major benefits that can't even cook. Then welfare keeps a child as a child. What do I mean by that? There's young moms, young dads too. Let's not shun out no light on them. That has their child or children and they're young. So now you made it so comfortable for these young parents to be on welfare with no education. And then when you want them to keep their benefits, you require a little bit, but then that's it. So their brain development technically stops. You're doing more harm than good. So I don't think welfare is something that you want to be on, but I do think it can be a stepping stone for somebody that takes it for what it is, a stepping stone, that can utilize it, a stepping stone, that can network it as a stepping stone, that can pull all the resources offered as a stepping stone. But if you're tired and you're burnt out and you don't feel like it and you don't have any momentum, or you're restless, welfare's not it. Welfare's not it. Welfare's not designed to push you forth. Welfare is designed to allow you to embrace and accept shame. Okay? I've gone down there and looked at some employees like, I've made more money than you for a very long time. You know what? Life happens. But you're treating me like this? Unacceptable. But it's all the time. Like, how do people do this? I want to go back to work. I'm ready. This wasn't my fault. I'd rather just work hard for a 9 to 5. Now the grass is not greener on the other side, because now you wish that you were sweating for that 9 to 5 paycheck, that bi-weekly paycheck, that one big those two big paychecks twice a month. It's not. Sometimes it's not about how much money we get paid. Sometimes it's about how we're dispersing our money. We might bring in $2,000 a month after taxes and be like, damn, we're still not getting paid enough money. But when you sit down, and this is why budgeting is really big, and I used to hate it. I hated the word, don't tell me to budget. I run on Dunkin's. I like my $3 coffee every day. But when you really sit down and figure out where your money's going, sometimes it's not that you don't get paid enough. Sometimes it's just simply you're paying out too much of something somewhere. So that's something to consider, because sometimes the pay is good for you. It's just you have to watch how you're paying out. But welfare is not something to wish. Like I said, having a voucher is pretty damn good. But having to turn your paperwork in, your life, your social security, your verifications, your proofs of this, your proofs of that. Why do you want my proof of income now, and I just showed you my proof of income from 2 months ago, and I don't got no goddamn change of address? They'll ask you why you're homeless in a shelter. Now, I'm in this damn shelter, but you're going to ask me for my proof of income from 30 days ago. Where did I go? You get what I'm saying? Welfare is a headache. They want your paperwork. Then when they lose it, your benefits are messed up with. No regards to your personal life. So when your cell phone's off, then that means no employers can call you. That means you can't call DTA. The only person you probably can call is 911. But thank you to Obama because he made it accessible to where everybody can call 911 or have another option, another outlet for a telephone, minus a damn contract. But that's beside the point. The point is, welfare is not meant for people. Get out the system. Beat the system. Without us, there's no them. There's no job. Stay tuned.